We've all been there. You put your heart and soul into a relationship thinking you're doing everything right, yet somehow your partner still feels underappreciated. Pretty confusing and frustrating, right? Well, the truth is, you're both speaking different love languages. And according to relationship experts, that difference, those mismatched love languages, is one of the biggest reasons couples slowly drift apart. Okay, you've probably heard of Gary Chapman's idea of the 5 love languages. But if you think it's just about hugs, gifts, or saying nice things, you're missing the deeper point. These aren't just preferences. They're psychological blueprints for how we connect, feel valued, and stay close. So today, we'll dive deeper and break down what each of the 5 love languages actually looks like in real relationships. Let's start with love language number 1, acts of service. This one's all about the little things that make someone's day just a little bit smoother. Yes, for people who speak this love language, it's not about grand romantic moves. It's about the everyday gestures that say, "I've got you." A freshly brewed cup of tea, the dishes done without being asked, or the car filled up before they notice the tank's low. These things might seem small, but they carry real emotional weight. Psychologists say that for someone with this love language, the action isn't what mattered most. It's the meaning behind it. Thus, when you anticipate and help with their needs, it's like you're lifting a bit of their burden and saying, "I see you and you matter." But here's the flip side. When those small acts don't happen, it doesn't just feel like forgetfulness. To them, it feels like indifference. And that's what makes this love language so powerful. Next up is love language number 2, receiving gifts. Now let's clear up a massive misconception. This love language isn't about materialism or big price tags. What really matters for this person is the thought behind the gift, the proof that you were thinking about them even in the middle of your busy day. In fact, a 2018 survey on relationship values found that the cost of the gift meant almost nothing compared to the emotional thought that went into it. Think about it. Maybe you remembered their favorite childhood candy, or you picked up a tiny seashell from the beach during a work trip because it reminded you of them. To someone who speaks this language, these little gestures aren't just sweet, they're everything. But here's the other side of it. When you forget a special occasion or skip their birthday, it's not about the missing gift. What they really feel is the moment when you didn't think of them, because for them every small surprise is lasting proof of love. Now let's move to love language number 3, quality time. This love language sounds simple, but it's surprisingly hard to get right. Because the biggest rule here is undivided attention. That means no phones, no background TV, no multitasking while pretending to listen. Psychologists say this love language is really about emotional presence. It's not just about being physically there. It's being there mentally and emotionally. You could be sitting on the same couch watching a movie together and still make them feel completely alone. Because the moment they sense your mind drifting toward your work emails or tomorrow's to-do list, it doesn't just come across as distraction. It feels like disconnection. Therefore, for someone whose love language is quality time, presence equals love. Yes, 15 minutes of real uninterrupted conversation with eye contact and genuine listening means far more than 3 hours spent in the same room scrolling silently. Next is love language number 4, words of affirmation. Now this is more than just saying "I love you." This love language taps directly into your partner's neuro-linguistic programming. When a person's primary language is words of affirmation, small, precise compliments act like emotional protein that rebuilds trust. Similarly, encouraging words activate pleasure centers in their brain, boosting self-esteem and emotional security. But here's the catch that people miss. The reverse is also true. For people who value words this deeply, your criticism will also have a disproportionately painful effect. One harsh comment can feel 10 times heavier than you intended. So if this is your partner's love language, your words matter more than you think. So be their biggest supporter. And when you need to give feedback, do it gently, because for them, love isn't just felt, it's spoken. And finally, we have love language number 5, physical touch, beyond the bedroom. A lot of people get this one wrong. They think it's only about intimacy or passion. But at its core, this love language is about non-sexual connection that makes you feel safe and seen. For those who speak this love language, a simple hand on the shoulder during a tough moment, a morning hug that lasts 5 extra seconds, or even just sitting close so their leg is touching yours can mean everything. Yes, these small gestures send a powerful message to their nervous system that I'm here and you're safe. In fact, research suggests non-sexual touch is a critical regulator of stress hormones and is indeed an important love language even if you are speaking all other love language. Now, before we end, here's a final mind-blowing realization. Modern psychology says that focusing only on your partner's main love language might actually be too simplistic. Well, researchers at the University of Toronto suggest that love works like a balanced diet. You can't thrive on just one nutrient. You need all of them to stay healthy. In the same way, the real relationship breakthrough isn't discovering your partner's single love language. It's about learning to speak all five, to keep your emotional connection strong and full.